Hi guys, as always, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. It's been about a month since I did one of these video blogs, and I feel like this is my chance to just really interact with you guys and ask your opinions, and that's really what I'm looking for today. But first, I've said this before and I just don't think I can say it enough, but I want to thank all of you who've subscribed, who watch, who comment. I feel like the channel is actually kind of being, maybe like the tiniest bit successful. I've never created anything before that 400 people have subscribed to. And I have to be honest, when I first started, I was like, I really like Geist this ain't drafted. And I just want to make Geist videos. And I thought, maybe like a few people might watch it. And when there was like 100 people, I was like, I never thought there were 100 people would subscribe and want to watch, videos that I've created. But you guys are awesome, and you make me feel really awesome. You say nice things like, hey, I really like the way you explain this, and you guys are great. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And it really just inspires me to want to continue making content. And I don't do these video blogs often, but I think once a month is probably good. But I do think it's a good chance to sort of just, like I said, talk to you guys and get your feedback, and I think work together with you to drive the channel in a positive direction. So I've been thinking a lot about what am I going to do with my channel? Am I going to make play videos? Am I going to make guides? And I'm just not going to really worry about it. I'm going to make what you guys seem to like. I guess I feel like it's kind of like, it's like the everyman's MTG channel in a lot of ways to me, because I'm not a pro. I don't play perfect. I make mistakes. I'm married. I have a kid. I have a job. I don't get to play as much Magic as I'd like to. And I have to balance, Magic, which is my favorite hobby and something I really love, with everything else, And so probably like many of you too, I want to improve at Magic, and I do try to improve. So I think that, on one level, it's, I can't offer the same level of play, that maybe professionals can, but I can be like, just like you guys, with the same, everything else, the same life and the same wanting to do better at Magic, but balancing everything else out. But I do think I'm not, I don't want to toot my own horn, and just, but going on feedback, I guess you could say I'm okay, or I do a decent job at explaining. I do try to like teach. That's why I really make an effort, even though sometimes I personally feel like it's harder to explain everything and play Magic. Sometimes, I want to explain like, this is why I'm getting this fetch, or this is why I'm doing this now. And sometimes it might be wrong, and you guys tell me in the comments, and I really appreciate that, because I feel like I learned from that. I feel like everybody who watches the channel learns from that, and oftentimes it creates like an interesting discussion. I mean, I forget exactly which video it is, but there's one video where we discuss one block, and it's been ongoing for maybe a month or two, and occasionally it gets picked back up and people say, I think you were right to block, or I don't think you were. And I think we finally have come to a concession that the block was good. But that stuff's awesome. I really like Magic. I like talking about Magic and analyzing play, and I really like that. I feel like with it documented there in the comments, it's something that everyone can benefit from. So speaking of benefit, I want this channel, I want the work that I'm doing to benefit people. That's really why I'm doing it. I want to help you guys be better Magic players, by showing you either A, what to do correctly, or B, creating opportunities, creating events that show you maybe what not to do, and then hopefully we all learn from that. So speaking of the community, you guys are my community. You're the biggest connection to the community I have. 400 subscribers, people subscribe to my channel. I don't personally know that many people that play Magic. So, I want to interface with you guys as much as I can and get your feedback. So I have two major questions for you guys today, and I want you to comment in the comments of this video. I know this is a blog, so maybe not as many people will watch it, but the first question is, what deck would you like to see me play next? I play a lot of Blue-White Geist. I play a lot. I've played a lot. It goes back in the history of my channel. And I know that you guys probably like seeing that, but I'm sure there's plenty of people that would like to see something else. So the first question is, what deck do you want to see next? And we're going to pick from a list because there's some decks I just don't have, and Moto's not free. It can be kind of expensive. So, you know, while I'd love to play Affinity and learn that deck, it's probably not a deck that I'm going to invest in right now. And as a side note, people have even asked me about Commander. I would love to invest into Commander online, but for right now, I feel like it's not something I'm going to do. I'm not saying I never will, but my favorite way to play Commander, and I love Commander, the more Commander I play, the more I like it. Modern's always going to be my favorite, but I would love to get together with people and play Commander. And I'm sure it'd be fun to run through the deck online, but I'm really in it for the social aspect and the fun. So, you know, it's not something I'm going to get into right now. But hopefully in the future, it's something I can do. But let me show you guys the lists really quick. Well, the first question is, what deck should I play next? And the second question is, what modern guide should I create next? I can maybe think of one, but I feel like, you know what, asking 400 people what they think and kind of getting, you know, maybe a pulse on what people would like to see, even though many of you probably already know, I think collectively with your help we can make a better decision on what would be best for the community. So let's look at the list. This is what we have to work with, and I'm going to put these in the description of the video. And the way I want you guys to comment is, you know, say whatever you want, but somewhere in your comment put number 1, I want to see this deck. Number 2, this is the video or the deck I think you should do a modern guide for. So we have Esper Control. Not all these lists are updated, by the way, but I will update them. And if I don't have the cards, I will get them. So we have Esper Control. I think it got better with Polluted Delta. This is a list by, I forget I say his name, Gweem, something like that. Gweem, I don't know, Wafo Tapa. And this deck is sweet as far as control decks go. Just about everything draws a card. Man draws a card. There's 4 Thing Twices. Shadow of Doubt draws a card. Esper Tron draws cards. Cryptic Command draws cards. There's 3 Wrath. It's a sweet deck. And if you want to see Esper Control, then for your number 1 in the comments, let me know that you want to watch Esper Control. We also have Esper Zur. This is kind of a pet deck of mine. I don't play much, but I really like it. I think the deck is sweet. You can put Steel of the Godhead on Geist of St. Traft in Modern. That's bonkers. Why don't we want to do that? I know it doesn't have Death Threat Shaman anymore, so it's not as fast as it used to be. But, you know, it's a sweet deck. And maybe it's not tier 1, maybe it's tier 2, but that doesn't mean it's not fun, and that doesn't mean we shouldn't play it. I also have a budget build of Mono Green Stompy. I think Mono Green Stompy is just a budget build. But I played this version at my local Modern F&M. My friend Michael was piloting it. He completely ran me over. I was on Geist. I wasn't expecting it. And I just couldn't deal with Rancor on a Dungrove Elder. Yeah, he stopped me, and it was a lot of fun. And so I might even bring him over one day, and we'll play through this list together. It's got some interesting cards like Aspect of the Hydra. But if you want to see Mono Green Stompy, let me know. I also have Blue Tron. I really like Blue Tron. I think it's such a fun deck. And it kind of feels like when you Mind Slaver somebody, like you're doing something that you would do in Commander, not in Modern. And I have 2 different versions. I have, you know, Blue Tron, and I also have Blue Tron Protect the Queen. I think Protect the Queen is really fun. I have Blue-White Control. I have Resto Control, which has the Blaze Splicer, Restoration Angel package, a couple of Wall of Omens. I have Titan Control, which plays Sun Titan in Modern. That's awesome. You can get back Kitchen Finks or Wall of Omens. That's really great. I have Blue-White Red Control, Blue-White Red Delver. This doesn't actually have the Delvers in the list, but here they are. My list was really out of date, and I was going to update it. I duplicated my Geist list just to sort of get white, blue, and red cards in there. I will update that if that's the deck selected. I have Blue-White Red Flash. I have Blue-White Red Kiki. I'm kind of interested to try this deck with Dig Through Time now. I also have a couple of off-the-radar decks, or just, I don't know if you call them janky decks. One of them is Blue-White Red Scepter, and somebody did mention that this was something they want to see, and so if a bunch of people want to see it, vote for it, and we'll do it. Blue-White Red Scepter basically is this: you want to get you'd like to get Boros Charm on Icochron Scepter so that you can, 1, keep Icochron Scepter indestructible and not get 2 for 1, but also just burn them for 4 every turn, multiple times a turn. We have multiple Icochron Scepters. So that's a cool deck. This list is probably out to date, like some of these are, but I'm sure somebody out there on MTG Salvation or some website has been, you know, tweaking the deck. I also have this really awful deck that I've made, blue-white Puresteel Paladin. Basically, you don't want to play Puresteel Paladin on turn 2. You just sort of want to survive till turn maybe 4 or 5, and then ideally play Scout's Warning, play Puresteel Paladin, and then just load them up with artifacts, draw half the deck, and attack and win. It doesn't work very often. It's not a very good deck, but it's when it goes off, it's really hilarious and really fun. UWR Delver, I am currently lacking Blood Moons, but if this is the deck people want to see, I will buy the Blood Moons, I will buy the Missing Sulfur Falls, and we'll get this list updated because this one doesn't even have Treasure Cruise, and if we're going to play UWR Delver, we're definitely going to take a Treasure Cruise. And then, of course, I have UWR Geist. So those are the decks to pick from. And then as far as the modern guide, these are the modern guides that I've created so far. I've really meant to create more at this point. I just haven't, but I really want to get 2 or 3 more done. And so I want to ask you guys, what do you think will benefit the community the most? What is the next video I should create? I looked at the modern metagame, and these are the top decks right now, at least on Magic Online, according to MTG Goldfish. You know what? I have it right here. We could even check MTG Top 8 and, you know, see what they have. And I would encourage you guys to look at these lists and, you know, like together, let's make a good decision to benefit the community, to help more people play Modern. I'll make the guide, and, you know, you guys can help me make the decision on what it should be on. I'm kind of thinking it should be one of these top 6, but, you know, let me wait and see what you guys say. Again, these are the ones that I've already created. Splinter Twin, Affinity, Jund, Birthing Pod, Scape Shift. I will put this list also in the video description so that you guys don't have to come rewatch this. But that's really it. Those are my 2 questions. One, what deck do you guys want to see me play next? What I'll probably do is take the deck and I'll play it one day through 3 or 4 2-mans to sort of get acclimated to the deck. And then if I can schedule the time, I'd really like to pilot the deck through a daily event. Hopefully go 4-0, at least 3-1, win some packs. We can all have a good time doing that. And then the second question was, again, what modern guide should I create next? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you subscribing, watching, commenting, telling me when I do something wrong, because not only does it help me, I think it helps everybody. Telling me when I do stuff right, because I appreciate that. Telling me I do a good job, just everything that you guys have done, subscribing. 400 subscribers, that's a lot. I can't believe it. It's a lot for me. You know, I'm just going to put this out there. If we get to 1,000, I'm not saying what it's going to be yet, but I think I'm gonna do like a drawing and give away some prizes to my subscribers. Maybe it'll be Moto prizes, but maybe I'll do some paper prizes and mail you guys out some cards. So keep that in mind. Subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.